Hi Scorpio, Sun, Moon, or Ascendant. This is Dane, and I'm going to be doing your November 1st through the 10th, 2018 reading for you. Now, I've already shuffled and meditated upon the cards. I'm just giving the cards one last good shuffle, making sure that I connect with Spirit and that you hear the message that you need to hear. And if you guys would like to book a private reading with me, all that information will be in the description box below. Oh wow, that's beautiful. And that's beautiful. Okay. Okay, Scorpio, Sun, Moon, or Ascendant, you are very focused on the here and the now for these 10 days from November 1st through the 10th. We see that with the Queen of Pentacles and the King of Pentacles, and when I get the same suit, you know, the King and Queen of the same suit in the same reading, that's very powerful. It either means that you are coming into alignment with yourself, really seeing things clearly. For those of you who want to be in a romantic relationship, it's meeting somebody who connects with you very much on the here and the now. And also, if you are in a romantic relationship, this is just really being connected to each other, really moving forward in a direction that brings both of you peace and understanding. So that's beautiful. Okay, we also see that with the Four of Wands here. But your first card is the Queen of Pentacles. This is prosperity, this is abundance. This can represent an earth sign, a Taurus, a Virgo, a Sagittarius. But because we're talking about you here, Scorpio, Sun, Moon, or Ascendant, this is also representing you. This is very much saying that you are focused on achieving goals, on moving forward in the direction that you want from your life. You have distinct goals, distinct things set up that you know that you want to achieve, and now it is your time to achieve it. It's almost as if you're kind of taking off the kid gloves and saying, you know what, I want to be prosperous, I want to be successful, and I want this to be in the here and now in my life. And that's what you're doing. You're leaving behind sorrow here, and you're embracing love and understanding with the roses here. Sorrow, you're remembering sorrow with the poppies, but you're not letting that hold you back. You're moving forward, and you're being seen as somebody who is very wise, very understanding, very compassionate, and somebody who really does have everything together. Okay, so even if you're sitting there going thinking, Dean, I don't have anything together and nobody sees me that way, people do, and people really do trust your insight and your wisdom. Because your next card is the High Priestess, and this is just reiterating the fact that you are really moving forward in the direction and in the way that you want to. It's as if a veil has been lifted from your eyes. You're seeing the truth of matters, and actually that's going to help you business-wise, financially, however it is that you are moving forward in a prosperous aspect, in an aspect of wealth, in the here and the now. You are seeing things as they truly are, not as the way people want you to see them. So it's almost as if, you know, people might be saying one thing to you, but you can sit there and you can hear the undertone to their words, you can hear what they're really saying, or you actually have like a sixth sense about you, especially during these 10 days, that is really going to help you in business, but also going to help you in day-to-day life, like saving money, sharing wisdom with people. Seriously, right now, you are very, very connected. And it doesn't matter if the Queen of Pentacles, you know, if that doesn't represent your gender, it doesn't matter, because what this is saying here is that you're moving forward in a loving, caring, compassionate way. The gender of the cards doesn't really have to denote, well, for me, the gender of a person, okay? So this is really looking at your prosperity, your wealth, your understanding, and this is being a little bit more quiet about it, especially with the Devil card as the next card. These are two major arcana cards. These are two very powerful major arcana cards, but they're also very quiet major arcana cards. They aren't the cards that need to be seen and heard and made and make a spectacle. You know, kind of like the Magician is somebody who's very showy. The High Priestess is somebody who's very quiet, very much takes in the truth and the wisdom. The Devil card, for me, is somebody who is breaking the chains of the past, who is breaking the chains of kind of social restraint, and sitting there saying, you know what, I'm moving forward in the way that I want to live, not in the way that people want me to live. This isn't saying that you run away from your responsibilities or anything like that. You're really reevaluating things, Scorpio, Sun, Moon, or Ascendant, and you're looking for your personal prosperity and your personal wealth. And you're sitting here and you're saying, you know what, I am moving forward. I am moving forward in my bounty, in my beauty, in my prosperity, and I don't care anymore what people say behind my back, because you're going to talk anyway. They're going to talk anyway. So let them talk. As long as you're happy, as long as you're moving forward in love, in light, in prosperity of spirit and self, that's all that matters. And that's what you're doing, Scorpio, Sun, Moon, or Ascendant. You're being fiercely guarded by the angels with the wolf right there at your feet. You're breathing in the spiritual, okay? You're breathing in the mist, the water. So that is really connecting you with the spirit realm, but also with what you want. You're moving forward in majesty of self with the stag head here, and also the antlers that he's wearing on his head. It's almost as if you're going into meditation and you're sitting there. Even if you don't meditate, you're discovering more and more of what you want. And it's almost as if you can't live. It's not a lie, but it's a facade. You're sitting there and you're saying, you know what, no. I'm being true and authentic to myself. And that it's actually going to bring you the prosperity that you're looking for, Scorpio, Sun, Moon, or Ascendant. And you're connecting to what you wanted as a child, before limitations were put on you by others, before people said, oh no, don't you want to do this? Don't you want to do that? Don't you want to be like this or that? Now you're sitting here and saying, you know what? I know what I want. I knew what I wanted before the age of 5, and somehow I lost me along the way. And now you're connecting again with what it is that you truly want. And the limitations that were put on you, either by well-intentioned people or people who didn't want you to succeed, ill-intentioned people, it doesn't matter. You're sitting here and you're looking at your truth and you're saying, this is my truth. This is how I'm moving forward. Okay? And you're being prosperous and sharing your wealth with others, your emotional joy. There's emotionally you are moving forward in a way that brings you to a sense of purity of self. And you're sharing that with others. See how he's sharing his apples with the girl? It's a sharing of wisdom, a sharing of beauty. And again, the angels are with you, even when you don't see them, with that little cat right there. That's what's moving you forward. And you're looking with the Two of Wands. For those of you who are looking for a romantic partner, there is somebody you're going to meet. Most likely, I want to say through work or through some sort of outing when you're not expecting it. And this is a person, because this can also be the twin flame card, who connects with you spiritually, who just ignites your passion and moves you forward in a way that you hadn't anticipated. For those of you not looking for a romantic relationship, this is you succeeding in a way that doesn't only last today or isn't only a quick fix, but that carries on for the days, the weeks, the months, the years to come. This is prosperity of self, prosperity of spirit. This is really looking forward to the here and the now and saying, yes, okay, I know what I'm doing, I know where I'm going, and I know how I'm achieving my goals. And doing so with absolute serenity of self, but absolute ferocity of spirit. Okay, so you might sit there and think of serenity of self and ferocity of spirit. How do those go hand in hand? You know that you're on the right path, and that's how they go hand in hand. You're sitting there, and there's something about these 10 days with the King of Pentacles here that is telling you that you are moving forward. Now again, the King and the Queen of Pentacles can represent an earth sign, a Taurus, a Virgo, a Capricorn, there we go. But they are also representing you. Some of you might be meeting somebody with an earth sign in their chart somewhere. Some of you might be meeting a business partner, okay? Somebody who gets what your vision is and is helping you move forward. Others of you might be meeting like-minded people who sit there and have the same likes that you have. And you connect. This is, for me, the Pentacles are the earthly realm. Pentacles, the Wands. This is a way to build prosperity and wealth of self. And wealth doesn't have to just be financial wealth. It can be happiness. It can be joy. It can be understanding. It can be all those things, excuse me, that make life just a little brighter, a little richer. And that's what's coming in. This is being able to have the fruits of your labor pay off. This is sitting here knowing, with the poppies in front, knowing all the hard work, all the dedication you have put into your life and into your goals. And this is it paying off. Your hard work is paying off, Scorpio, Sun, Moon, or Ascendant. And your clarifying cards are the Ten of Wands and the Four of Wands. This is taking all your passion, all your creativity, and putting down your burdens. And making sure that you're only carrying your burden, Scorpio, Sun, Moon, or Ascendant. Because you might try to be nice and sit there and help everybody else along. But it's almost as if the more you help, the more people expect you to help. So it's kind of staying in your lane and saying, you know what? I'm taking care of me first. And though people might sit there and say, oh my gosh, that's selfish and self-centered, it's not. You're taking care of you first, because once you enter into your prosperity, once you embrace your wealth and your abundance of self and your passion and your creativity, this celebration of spirit, this moving forward, this is either entering into a new relationship, the relationship moving to the next level, this is changing jobs, this is celebration of home and of family, moving you forward, because you are sitting there and you are taking care of you in a way that enriches your spirit and enriches yourself. This isn't being selfish or self-centered, this is being self-aware and self-loving. All right, give me a moment. You're breaking the chains of the past, Scorpio, Sun, Moon, or Ascendant, and you're moving forward in your understanding, in your bounty, in your beauty. You're connecting with your spirit. And this is also saying to connect with nature, okay? With the High Priestess and the Devil card, connecting with nature is going to recharge your battery, recenter yourself. As I always say, and some people find it funny, but a tree is always a tree. It never has an identity crisis. It never loses who it is. It never loses its voice like we as human beings do. So connecting with nature and having that energy, that pure energy come into you is going to help you move forward. It's going to help you find your passion. And also that person, if you're looking for somebody who you are passionate about being with. It doesn't mean that you're going to meet them in these 10 days, but it does mean that you're getting closer and closer to that end goal of the happily ever afters, of the, you know, of the beautiful story. And it doesn't mean that everything's going to be perfect, because that's not how life works. But it does mean that you are going to be secure and happy. But you are fiercely moving forward, fiercely thinking of the future, fiercely sitting there and saying, you know what, this is what I want for my life. Not letting yourself be restrained by, oh my gosh, what would people think if I did this instead of, you know, doing exactly what I was supposed to do, and what would they say, and being worried. The Devil card is saying you're taking away that worry, and you're saying, what if I'm really successful? But I'm just doing something that most people don't think is mainstream, or most people don't think about. What if that brings you your success, Scorpio, Sun, Moon, or Ascendant, to do what you love? And who cares what people think? They're going to have thoughts anyway. But moving forward in your passion, in your beauty, in your ferocity of spirit. Because Scorpio, Sun, Moon, or Ascendant, you are a fierce person. Okay, you go after what you want. And people might sit there and not be able to understand you and think you're all mysterious, but that's because you don't have to tell everybody everything. You look at the big picture. You sit there, you very much have this High Priestess energy to you, where you sit there and you can see the truth of matters. And this is just embracing that truth, embracing that wisdom, not thinking, oh my gosh, you know, what are people going to say, or I can't think that, that's rude. No, this is being true to yourself, being authentic to your soul, and moving forward in the way that you want to move forward. Okay, in wisdom and in understanding, having that veil lifted. And I want to let you know, for some of you, as that veil gets lifted, it's going to be intense. And you might feel as if you are kind of weighed down by emotions and other people's feelings. Protect yourself, meditate, surround yourself with white light and healing and all that jazz. Even though it sounds silly, it does help, and it does help ground you. Connecting with nature, having a cup of coffee, a cup of tea outside is going to help center you and move you forward, because it's time for you to embrace your bliss, yourself. Scorpio, Sun, Moon, or Ascendant. Letting go of the past, letting go of limitations that were put on you when you were a child, as you were growing up, and now, or even from yesterday, and sitting there and saying, you know what? I can achieve exactly what I want to achieve, because you are stronger and wiser than you think you are. Scorpio, Sun, Moon, or Ascendant. And you are going to be sharing that wealth with others. Even if you are learning something, okay, and you think, oh, I'm not an expert at it, I can't be sharing it with other people. No, it's actually going to help you learn and grow and understand in whatever it is that you're doing. Because we have here the Queen of Pentacles and the King of Pentacles. And I'm going to put these together because this is you moving forward in your bounty, in your truth, in the wealth of prosperity of what it is that you want from life, of how it is that you want your life enriched. This is through love, and this is through determination. That's how I kind of see the male and female aspects. I know it's terribly sexist, but that is how I see the cards. So it's through love, through understanding, through compassion, through sharing, and then through the determination that you are going to succeed. And nothing is going to stand in your way. These cards are telling me that you have the divine right to live in prosperity, to live in bounty, to live in joy, to live in wealth of self. And it doesn't mean that you're going to be a millionaire. It does mean that you are finding a bit of contentment in these 10 days, a bit of wealth, whether it be financial or personal or spiritual. You're moving forward, and it's making you feel more secure and more grounded on this earthly plane. Because the kings and queens have the divine right to be exalted and exalted above all others. You, because you have that divinity within you, as all people do, Scorpio, Sun, Moon, or Ascendant, have the divine right to live in prosperity and to acknowledge that bit of divinity, that bit of the universe that dwells within you. Putting down all the passion, all the creativity that you've been carrying and saying, one day I'll do this, and starting to really look at it. Because as you embrace what it is that you always wanted to do, you have a celebration of self, of home, of family, of moving to the next level, the new job, the new house, whatever it is that you're looking for. You're really sitting here and you're building towards it, especially in these 10 days. Does it mean that you're going to be moving within these 10 days? For some of you, yes. For others of you, no. But you're getting closer and closer to that end goal of what it is that you want. Your subconscious message, I love it, is the Ace of Swords. This is God Source Spirit, however you see the divine, the universe, handing you a gift of knowledge, of understanding, of cutting through nonsense, cutting through doubts, cutting through fears, and leading you forward. For me, the aces are gift cards. Make sure you take this gift because it's going to give you a clarity of mind and a ferocity of self that is playing perfectly into these cards that we see here, that is moving you forward in a way that is absolutely brilliant and absolutely just fierce for this time as you are embracing what it is that you want. You know in your mind what it is that you desire, and you're going after it, Scorpio, Sun, Moon, or Ascendant. Don't be afraid to go after your dreams. All right. I wish you nothing but light, love, peace, and happiness. Bye.